Okay, my Brooklyn lovers. So you're over in Brooklyn and you want to buy, but every time you open the tab, you close it right away because you say, yeah, that's not going to work for me. Then this video is for you. So today we are comparing renting versus buying in 3 of Brooklyn's hottest neighborhoods, and you're going to want to stick around to the end because I'm going to show you the best bang for your buck over there, honey. Same amenities, same buildings, what you can get renting and what you can get if you're planning on purchasing over in Brooklyn. Just a quick reminder, on this series we are looking for a purchase price that's in the range of someone making $200 to $250K a year, which gives you buying power between $900,000 and $1.3 million. You need a credit score above 700 in order to qualify, with a down payment of 20% and closing costs, which are 3 to 5% of the purchase price. Let's get back to Brooklyn Heights. So when you think of Brooklyn Heights, a little tidbit here. Brooklyn is one of the oldest cities in the United States. It used to compete with Manhattan as one of the biggest cities in the United States before consolidation of the 5 boroughs. Little historical fact for you. I'm a big history girl these days. The older I get, the more interested I find myself in history, especially New York City history, because if you don't know, this is the greatest city in the world. And by the way, if I haven't already met you, it's your girl, Lizzztings. I help people like you who are thinking about moving or buying in the greatest city in the world purchase their first property. Let's chat if that's you. Back to it. Brooklyn Heights is one of those most iconic neighborhoods that you see in movies and settings where they're showing all of the picture perfect brownstones, those tree-lined streets, those stunning views of the skyline of Manhattan. It's arguably the best view of the skyline in the entire city. So check out those views. I mean, this is one of the best places to see the Manhattan skyline in the entire city. And that promenade, literally, it couldn't get better. You can see Lady Liberty. There she is, Miss America. It's right on the water, steps from the Brooklyn Bridge Park, and there's 85 acres of waterfront right outside your door. So if you really want to be close to Manhattan, minutes away on a subway ride, but also have that little bit more of a quiet, smaller neighborhood village feel with every single amenity you could need, then this might be for you. Transportation is a breeze. You've got the 2, 3, 4, 5, A, C, F, and R trains all within walking distance. And that takes like minutes to get over to the other side of the city. So let's go look at the numbers. So here's the property location. And when we look at where that is in comparison to Manhattan, right across the river. So pretty cool. Great location, and this is what the outside of the building looks like. And let me know in the comments if you guys would want me to schedule us a actual video walkthrough tour, because I'd be happy to do so. All right, so let's take a look at what it would look like if we were to purchase in here. So in our price point, this is really cool because this is a building that was a warehouse from the 1920s, and they converted it in 2008 to a 12-story, 435 unit condo building. So it has all the bells and whistles you can think of when it comes to luxury. You have a huge gym. It's surrounded by that brand new 85-acre park, and it's right on the waterfront. You have the like I was saying, 3 cardio rooms, a gym, 9-seaters, a screening room, like a movie theater, music room with a mini grand piano, and plenty of more amenities there. So super cool. Definitely love the fact that it's in our price point, what we're looking for. And let's look at what we would be paying if we were to buy one of the units. So this is unit 306, and this is perfect for our video today because it's the exact unit that is also available to rent. So right now it's listed for both. They are looking for a buyer for either. So you get this private storage with your unit. Every unit is including that. There's also an option to pay for a private parking space, or you can rent out a parking space if you are a renter. So pretty good size square feet. I believe it's 728 square feet. And then just take a look at some of these pictures of what the unit looks like. This is the 3rd floor, so it is a little bit lower, but there's that screening room. And that's what the outside of the building looks like. So yes, so you're gonna be paying, this is the purchase price. So this would be $925,000, and that comes down to $1,182 per square foot. And when we look at the price with 20% down, that's $185,000. And then you, if you paid for it at purchase price, what they're asking for, you're gonna be paying about $6,300 a month. Now, that does not include the common charges, which is $1,000. And then you have the taxes, which is $700, so $755. So that's an additional, and they're both with the rounding down on my end. So we would actually be looking at around $1,800 a month in fees. So when we add that together with our total mortgage monthly payment here, we're looking at around $8,000, a little bit over that. So definitely something to keep in mind. If we look at what we would be paying for the same unit as a rental, you would be at $5,200 a month. So yes, of course, like I always say, sure, you are saving money monthly. If you're not planning on staying here, power to you. But owning a condo on Brooklyn's waterfront, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want that? And in a couple of years' time, that purchase price is going to appreciate astronomically, and you will not regret for one day having built the equity when you did. You want it, you got it, honey. So like I said, leave comments down below if you're interested in me walk through. We could do that so that you guys can see what it looks like from not just these pictures.
The second half for sure.
And if Brooklyn Heights is iconic, Park Slope is iconic and livable. And I don't mean that in a way that to say that Brooklyn Heights isn't livable. It's just there's a lot more tourists over there, and there's a lot more chaos. So if you're looking for a little bit quieter, more residential family style, then maybe this is it. It's one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in all of New York City, and it's hard for me to say that because I am biased towards Manhattan, but just being over here is so peaceful. You feel like you're in a completely different city. You've got Prospect Park literally at your doorstep, which is actually a lot bigger than Central Park. It's 585 acres. So yeah, gorgeous. We have farmers markets over here, tennis courts, a dog beach, and a lot of concerts all summer long. It's a whole lifestyle, and if you know, you know. 5th Avenue and 7th Avenue are your main strips. They have the coffee shops, the restaurants, wine bars, boutiques. This neighborhood has everything you need within a 10-minute walk. Also, there's this really cool little Park Slope co-op that you need to be a member only. It's members only, so I walked over there just to show you guys, but denied. I didn't even try to get in, but super cute and feels like exclusive in a way. Transportation-wise, you have the FG and R trains, so it's not as many options, but you can get into Manhattan fast and easy. And it attracts people over here that have moved to New York for the energy, but they realize they also need a little bit of that space to come home to. And honestly, I do get it. I mean, it is intense to be in Manhattan, and it's just a little bit slower of a lifestyle over here. So let's take a look at what you can get over here for your price point. So for Park Slope, we're taking a look at 575 4th Avenue. This is a relatively new development, 2019 luxury condo. So modern finishes with central air, of course, washer, dryer, and unit is a must. 70 units in the building, 11 stories with a roof deck with barbecues, a great lawn, dog run, gym, kids playground, and your steps from Prospect Park and all of the train lines here. Let's look at the numbers. So if you're renting a 1-bedroom, a 1-bath in this building, it's for about 650 square feet, and you're looking at paying $39.50 a month. So comparing that to Brooklyn Heights, which the same 1-bedroom was $5,200, you're saving over $1,200 a month if you're ending up in Park Slope. As far as buying goes, if you're buying a 1-bedroom in this building, the most recent sale was 692 square feet, so just a little bit bigger. And the sale price was $875K. So if we're looking at this property, it's gonna be a little bit less as far as what it would cost you for monthly maintenance. And I mean, not maintenance, this is a condo, so it's not monthly maintenance, it's a common charge, there's a difference. But you will be paying $932 a month for common charges and $742 a month for tax. So combined with the 20% you pay down, so we see it's only 10% they have in here. So 20% down puts us at $175 in down payment. And your payment is now just under $6,000. So a little bit better price point here. We're looking at $7,000 in Park Slope monthly if you were to purchase. Big difference if you're renting, but again, this is larger than the property that was for rent. We couldn't find an exact comparison here. All right, let's take it into that last neighborhood. You know what time it is. Okay, so I really hate to do this to you guys, but I am going to have to make this into another 2-part series because I have my current situation going on, which I know any dog lovers out there can understand. This has been a really challenging moment for me, and I just need to take care of this time for myself and for my baby. And we will get to part 2 with Crown Heights update in the next video. Thank you for understanding. I really appreciate it. This video is dedicated to my best friend Owen, who has been here with me through the last 16 years of my life, saw me into my next decade, and made me who I am today. I am so happy to be your mom, and I'm gonna miss you so much. I love you, O.
Hi, so we've known Liz a long time, my wife and I, and she's back in New York, which is great because she's an expert in the area, and she's helped us multiple times looking at all the difficulties of buying the different areas from Brooklyn all the way up to the Upper West Side. So she knows New York, she's a great person, and we would thoroughly recommend her.